Hi, I'm Haley and welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited to be doing another round of monthly favorites. I've been keeping a running list of all the things that have just sparked joy over the last month, and I have some pretty fun ones. I feel like I was out of town for a little bit in February. I went to Las Vegas, so some fun Vegas things made it to the list. I will show you as we get to them, and I also have some home stuff, some fashion related stuff, and a couple of little makeup and fragrance and body care items. So I'm super excited about all this. I feel like it's so fun to reflect upon the last month or so and all the things that just brought me joy over the past month. It's just like it's fun to remember, you know? So I'm really excited to get into all of this. If you like favorites videos, I hope you'll stick around and keep on watching. So first I want to get into my Las Vegas favorites. I feel like this is kind of fun and something I want to do more with these favorites videos going forward, but I would love to do some more experience favorites. So like restaurants, places, things, all that fun real life stuff. And if I have footage or photos, I will insert it. But Las Vegas, I've been there a million times, but it's always fun to discover new things. And I always really like discovering just more like regular things. I'm not into gambling, so I never really do any of that. But I discovered a lot of really good restaurants and revisited some old favorites on this most recent trip. The first is Nobu. I know I'm late to the party on this because like everybody loves Nobu, but it is so good. We had the time of our lives. I went for Valentine's Day and it was just so wonderful. Everything was good. Like every single item we ordered was a winner. The drinks were really, really good. The service was excellent. The kind of just like things that they're known for were just out of this world. I love the miso black cod. I'll insert a picture. I didn't take this picture, but all the pictures that I took turned out super dark and horrible looking, but it was out of this world, like absolutely fabulous. Everything was just so good. And then for dessert, I got this cronut, which was just so freaking good. Better than Dominique Ansel, I thought, but everything was so good. I would definitely return to Nobu for a special occasion, you know, if I can in the future. So I really, really love Nobu. I don't think it's overrated. It's funny because my aunt, who I think she has great taste, but I feel like she's good at knowing when things are overrated or not and not worth your money. She was like, Nobu's actually really good. So I took her advice and I really, really enjoyed it. Another Vegas spot that is a returning favorite that I've been to almost every single time I've been to Vegas in the last few years is Bouchon Bakery. I've been to the original Bouchon Bakery in the sort of Napa Valley area and it is so fabulous. And I think the Vegas one is pretty much just as good. It's just a small stand inside of the Venetian, kind of tucked away, but it is out of this world. I feel like it's, again, better than Dominique Ansel. It has the best croissants, macarons, all of that good stuff, coffee, I feel like in Las Vegas, and definitely better than a lot of the places I've been to in LA as well. I just think it's so, so good. The closest to France that you can get without being in France. And I particularly love the almond croissant and the passion fruit macaron. I will insert some footage, but oh my gosh, those are so freaking good. The passion fruit is just like juicy and delicious and just so, so good. It's also a really nice size. Some of them are really small, but it's a really good size macaron. So I really, really love and recommend Bouchon Bakery at the Venetian. If you're in Vegas, you have to go. Another place that was new to me, but I've been wanting to go here for a really long time because I always see their ad in the Burbank airport, but this is Siegel's Bagel Mania, which is a wonderful bagel spot and Jewish deli in Las Vegas. It is so, so good. I grew up on the East Coast, so I feel like I know what I'm looking for when it comes to bagel. And I thought it was really good. I really enjoyed it. I got the blintzes, which were absolutely fabulous. Great service there as well, super friendly. Love the huge menu, very classic fare, and everything was excellent. The people I was with got the bagel sandwiches and they loved them as well. Also got a chocolate egg cream. If you know, you know, I love a chocolate egg cream. Then last up for Las Vegas, I stayed at the Virgin Hotel, which is formerly the Hard Rock Hotel, and I thought it was very fun. It has a very fun, artistic, modern vibe, very, very cool interior design, similar with a lot of the Virgin brands, but it was really nice. I think the only thing I didn't like about it was that it was close to the airport, so you could hear the planes, but I really loved the room itself. It was very comfortable, very kind of artsy and cool. Just love the design, love the layout. I just thought it was a lot cooler and less like gambling focused than a lot of the other Vegas hotels that I've stayed at, and we got a really good price. Maybe that's because it's right next to the airport, I don't know. But I did really enjoy it. They also have a Nobu there in addition to the one at Caesar's Palace. So if you're having a hard time getting a res at the Caesar's Palace one, the Virgin one is a little bit easier to get into in my opinion. And then of course, since I was also in southern Utah, we went to Zion National Park, which I'd never been before. Also first time in Utah in general, and it was out of this world, just so beautiful, so wonderful. I really loved doing the drive-through and a few stops along the way. I'm not much of a hiker, so we didn't do any of that, but it is so beautiful. If you've never been, highly recommend. Just glorious nature. I get it. I get why people love nature and all that stuff. I'm not a nature girl, but you know, it still struck a chord with me. So definitely recommend if you are in that southern Utah area. Then last up for experiences, I also went to the Norton Simon Museum, which is in Pasadena, and I've pretty much been to all the LA area museums over the years, but I'd never been to the Norton Simon, and I'm so glad that I did because it is so fabulous. It's not super large, but I feel like they have such a wonderful collection, especially if you love 19th century like European art, Impressionists, any of that. They have the Degas little dancer sculpture. They have a ton of great Monet, all of that. And they also have a very cool collection of Asian art downstairs. So a really cool museum. I will definitely go back and take visitors, you know, visiting in town there because I think it's a really great and almost like underrated little gem of a museum in the LA area. Okay, so moving on to some fashion related stuff. I have been using the clothing rental service Nuuly for the past few months, and I've gotten almost all my clothes that I've had in my videos over the past couple of months from Nuuly, and I really love it. I've always been curious about clothing rental companies like Rent the Runway and all of that, but this is really working for me so far. I was honestly spending a ton of money on dry cleaning, and with Nuuly, dry cleaning is included, so I love that. So it's about like $100 a month, and you can get 6 items that you pick out. They have a lot of stuff from Anthropologie, Urban Outfitters, Free People, stuff like that, because it's owned by the same holding company as those brands, but they also have a lot of other cool brands, and I've really gotten to explore a ton of stuff that I might not have otherwise checked out, and it's just a really fun way to kind of like expand your style horizons in a way. So I've been really enjoying it. It's super easy. They ship it to you in a reusable bag, and then you send it back using UPS with a pre-printed label through the same, you know, reusable bag that they send it in, and then they send you out a new one with your choices after that. So I've just been really enjoying it. It's so easy and fun. I've also got a lot of things that were brand new with tags, which is awesome because it's like I'm the first one wearing it. And then of course it goes and they clean it and all of that stuff, and you can rent all sorts of things, but just a really fabulous thing. I have really enjoyed it. I've actually even purchased a couple of items from there because if you really like things, you can decide to keep them. And I feel like it's a really fun way to just try out new clothes. So really enjoying Nuuly. I think it's great. If you're interested in trying Nuuly, I'll leave my referral code down below and you can get $30 off your first month. Like I said, it's been such a game changer for me. Really enjoying being able to cycle through like a huge wardrobe and get that dry cleaning built in. So a home product that I have been really loving is the Canopy humidifier. So I've actually been using this for like 6 months or so. I have the purple one. It is so cute, so aesthetic, and I feel like this has been a huge game changer for like congestion, throat issues, anything anything like that. I live where the air is really dry, especially in the winter, and this has been so essential. I really like it. I feel like it's easy to use, and I love that you can toss almost all the pieces except for the motorized fan part in the dishwasher to make sure everything's clean. I haven't had any mold issues, so that's been great. It does require filters, but just a tip, I got some aftermarket filters from Amazon that are exactly the same as the ones from the brand itself, so I definitely recommend that if you want to save some money on the filters from them. But all in all, I think it's a great product. I've really been enjoying it, and I love how aesthetic it looks. Definitely, I'm committed to the humidifier life now. I cannot be without it. Okay, last up, getting into the fun part here, I have a fragrance that I want to talk about. This was on my perfume tray last month. I wore it a ton, and I just really like it. I think it's so great for this time of year, and that is Jo Malone Wild Bluebell. It's just so pretty, so easy to wear, fresh, very natural smelling, and I just really enjoy it. I've run through so much of the bottle, and it's just one that I really have been enjoying the last month or so. It really struck a chord with me, and I've just been really loving this one. So it's definitely a favorite for February for sure. And then a product that I've actually been pairing with that some of the time, but one that I've just been enjoying in general, is the new Tree Hut Lotus Water Whipped Shea Body Butter. And I don't know what lotus water smells like, but this is so good. It's sweet, a little bit fruity, a little bit like aromatic and floral. I feel like the Tree Hut scent that it's closest to is Ocean Glow, but it's not as sweet and almost fruity as Ocean Glow. Whereas Ocean Glow is more aquatic, this is a little more aromatic and like herbaceous almost, but it's still sweet. But I've been really enjoying this. Again, I think it's perfect for this time of year where I'm kind of over the sort of cloying gourmands and heavier winter scents, and I just want to wear something kind of springy, even though it's not quite spring yet. But really enjoying this, and I love the formula as well. I just think it's great. It soaks in really well, and it's super moisturizing for me. And then last two products are makeup products. The first is the Fantasy Cosmetica Monk palette. This is so freaking beautiful. I am so obsessed with this. I haven't used it that many times, and I haven't used every shade, but I wanted to throw it in here because I already know that I really love this. These shimmers are spectacular. The mattes blend out so nicely, and I just really like this. I think it's so good. This is the first product that I bought from Fantasy Cosmetica, but I will definitely keep my eye out for more releases from the brand going forward because I just really think this is so good. I freaking love the color story. This just really speaks to me. It's so me, so I had to get it, and I think the formula is so nice. So really love that. And then last up, this is so goofy. I got it with the Twilight and ColourPop collection, the New Moon collection that came out more recently. And at first I was like, whatever, but I really got into it. And that is the Twilight New Moon Runs with Vampires Ultra Glossy Lip. And this is so great. I'm wearing it today along with a red liner. And this is just, I think, a great product because you can wear it different ways. So you can do a really thick layer where it looks really opaque and kind of shimmery on the lips, or you can just do a very light like lip gloss layer with no liner, and it's sheer and just gives a very pretty tint to the lips. Really enjoy this one. I feel like it works really well with the lip liner because if you try and put a thick layer, it will get outside of the lip line and not look great. So you kind of have to do it really sheer if you're not going to use a liner. But I think this is so great. I've really been enjoying it. I think it's really pretty and fun, and I actually already used a ton of it. Like, it's already down to like here, which is crazy, but I think this is so fun, and I really have been loving that product. That's all I have for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I'd love to know what some of your favorites from the month of February were. Let me know down in the comments below. As always, I love to know what you all think. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.